Good evening, welcome back to the channel. Figured I'd put together a little video today before I take off to go to work, just to give an update of this weekend's events. We did run the, I don't want to call it a fun day because it was a very structured race, but there were no points involved, up at King George Speedway in King George, Virginia. We didn't know what we had going into there. Last season we raced there full time, and we started out with just flat carts and then moved Amanda on up to her champ cart. This one right here. Obviously not riding that body. That body is brand new this season. But partway through the season this year at Langley, we did a major upgrade on her setup, on her chassis. And we didn't know what to expect going into King George with that setup on the cart. I've got to say it was a very, very well-balanced setup that worked extremely well at King George as well as Langley. I was very surprised by that because of the difference in the tracks, and it's an immense difference. King George is 100% asphalt. Langley has a lot of concrete in the corners. Langley is a lot bigger than King George. King George is a lot tighter turning, a lot tighter radius turns than what we have at Langley Speedway. So I was very impressed. And she actually told me later on that she was running wide open through 1 and 2 without lifting during the feature. And that is so impressive to me. She ran second place in her feature, which was the first time on that track in a year, since November of last year. So I couldn't have asked for anything better. I think that we went a little conservative on our tire setup. I think that I might have been able to do a gear change in there to help a little bit, but she did catch the leader. She was never, I don't feel like she was ever a threat to pass the leader, but she got within a decent distance of him. Charlie Zagalia, he ran a beautiful race. He really did. I was very impressed to see how much he has changed as a driver. Now, I didn't witness him in traffic. I witnessed him this weekend as the leader. And I know that does change, but what I saw this weekend was a lot smoother driving style out of him than what I saw last season. With that being said, Amanda ran an amazing race to finish second, I feel like, in this class that the other two kids have been there all season. And Amanda has not. Amanda's been on a totally different surface all season. So I'm thrilled. She did everything right. She brought it home in one piece. I don't have to work on anything to rebuild. I just have to start doing my off-season maintenance. Now on to mine. It's in one piece. No accidents, no damages, no spins. Neither of us. She didn't spin either. Good job, Amanda. I raced the Predator Champ class up there, which I don't know if it was the first race for them or if it was the second race. I don't know. But I went up there and I ran with my buddy Chris Wade. And I got to tell you, as usual, what a show. Chris and I put on a really nice race, and it was an absolute blast to be up there racing with my buddy again. He's a really strong competitor. He'll race you hard. He'll race you clean. And, I mean, we haven't had a race yet that's been disappointing, in my opinion. He and I were within about a foot for the heat race win. He beat me. I I don't know how close he was on the feature, but I know that I was told by several people if I had backed off of it just a little bit, I wouldn't have won. So it was a great race. About the only thing I could have asked for differently is maybe if Barry Childers had been there, because the three of us put on some really good races last season. So with that being said, I got the win, which was way, way, way more than I could have imagined coming into the event. My last time up there was on a borrowed cart in January, and I didn't stand a chance. I'll be straight. So, super weekend. The pools put on a real good show. Competitors put on a real good show. By all means, like I say, super excited to get to race with Chris again this weekend. And then Amanda, Charlie, and Aiden, they had a real clean, real good race as well. And thrilled that we came home second in that one. Another trophy to add to the collection. There's a lot of them. So, now on to Sunday. Sunday, we've added this. This is told to me to be a 2003 Rage Junior, and kind of sitting crooked on a stand right now. I'm going to get it on a different stand at the end of the week. But that will be her Capital City or Albemarle cart when we get back underway next season again. So I'll have it set up running the clone package. As down at Langley, we typically are running a Predator motor on her junior champ class. So for me to make the switches back and forth and setups and the switches back and forth on motors and stuff, I just figured this would be an easier route to go. Have a cart dedicated to go to the dirt track with and do it. So there it is. Obviously it won't look like this next year. I really don't think we're going to stick with a yellow, red, and black theme when everything we do is pink and green. So expect it to be pink and green to some extent. Have some black on it as well. And maybe we'll get some video of the process on that one. So anyway, that's going to do it for this upload. Sorry, I don't have any video uploaded right now. We had an internet connection issue with our computer. I did not use the GoPros this week up at the track. That will change next year. There will be more GoPro footage. I promise. I mean, it's just, it's a little bit of a pain sometimes to remember to grab it in the morning when you're getting ready to go and you've been up half the night trying to get things loaded. So, anyway, feel free to leave any suggestions in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you liked it. And I do have a little bit of video taken from Saturday. Once we get our internet connection straightened out, I will be getting those edited and uploaded and posted into another video. Thanks a lot. Everybody have a good week.